An alien woman is half buried in snow until she hears a human's voice. Snow lashes across a jagged ridge, gusts tearing through the gray sky. A blue-skinned figure lies half buried, silver hair whipping violently, teeth chattering in the biting wind. Her body is pressed into the snow, shoulders frozen stiff, eyelids barely fluttering against the storm. Ice cracks faintly beneath her. One misstep, one heavy gust, and she could vanish under the drift. Above, jagged cliffs groan under ice weight, panels ready to collapse. Small avalanches trickle down nearby slopes, rattling rocks. Her chains glint faintly in the dim light, half frozen and clinking as snow presses in. Footprints appear across the ridge. A human figure moves carefully, weapon slung low, pausing with each step, scanning for danger. The alien's eyes flicker open, catching the distant shadow. The wind howls, snowdrifts swirl, and for a heartbeat, the world is nothing but white, cold, and perilous. Snow shifts beneath her, pressing against her chest. She struggles to lift her head, ice crunching under her movements. Frost coats her eyelashes. Her breath creates small clouds that vanish in the wind. A sharp crack echoes as part of the ridge above fractures. Snow slides toward her. The human approaches cautiously, scanning the terrain. He kneels, adjusting a rope, measuring distance, testing ice for stability. A small avalanche begins nearby. Snow sprays toward her. She flinches, freezing against it. He drops a weighted rope anchor, tugging to ensure it holds. Another gust threatens to push her back into the drift. The chains around her wrists rattle. She flexes frozen fingers, trying to shift her weight, leaving streaks of blood in the snow. A faint shadow passes overhead. A drone? She freezes, eyes wide. He gestures subtly, indicating, "Stay still." Snow pelts both of them. Every second counts. The environment is a silent predator, relentless and unforgiving. The storm grows fiercer. Visibility drops to a few meters. The human tests ice edges with a metal probe, small cracks echoing like gunfire. He digs through snow, securing anchors, rerouting potential slides. He adjusts a small thermal blanket, tossing it toward her, but the wind tears it away. She struggles to twist, chains scraping ice, frostbite forming along her fingers. Snow seeps into her collar, chilling her lungs. Every movement is deliberate, slow. She leverages rocks beneath her for leverage, testing angles for a potential climb or crawl. The human moves carefully, each step calculated. He adjusts rope tension, tests weight against snowdrifts, glances at her, monitoring subtle movements, finger twitches, shallow breaths, micro shivers. His body reacts as an extension of hers, planning against unpredictable hazards, sudden gusts, shifting ice, hidden crevices. She presses her body upward, frost etching lines across her blue skin. Her chains drag across ice and rock, clinking loudly with every millimeter she gains. Small scratches bloom into bleeding streaks. Pride keeps her from showing fear, yet exhaustion etches her face. A distant patrol light flashes faintly, barely visible through the blizzard. The human freezes, pressing himself low, signaling her to stay. Snowdrifts swirl violently. They are exposed, but movement is deadly if delayed. The alien's lungs burn from cold. Her arms tremble from frostbite. She shifts again, trying to free a shoulder from ice, small avalanches brushing against her back. The human cuts through a precarious ice shelf to secure another anchor. His hands bleed, raw from gripping frozen roots. She attempts to leverage her legs to inch upward, slipping slightly. Chains scrape against her frostbitten skin. Snow falls into her mouth, stinging. Her chest rises and falls in shallow gasps. A sharp crack echoes as part of the ridge above fractures. Snow slides toward her. The human steps away, mindfully, thinking 3 steps ahead of potential danger. Another near miss. A hidden crevice opens beneath her fingers. She halts, balancing precariously. The human signals, moving a rope to stabilize her path. He sacrifices his own safety, leaning over unstable snow to redirect debris, while snow begins to swallow the ground behind him. The wind howls louder, carrying a distant howl, alien predators, machinery, or patrols closing in. The alien's pride remains intact. She does not cry out, though fatigue is evident. Her struggle is visible, raw. The storm worsens. Ice sheets above crack. Every step is life or death. The human pauses briefly to assess a potential avalanche path. He calculates angles, tests ropes, and signals silently. The alien finally manages to unfasten part of her chains. Her arms twist awkwardly. Snow packs into her joints. Every move costs pain, frostbite, and energy. A drone passes overhead, scanning. He hides both of them, pressing her body closer to a ridge, shielding her from detection. Wind pushes snow in violent waves. She braces, shivering violently. Her dignity intact, but visible cost. Bruises, frostbite forming, bleeding scratches. The human moves forward despite exhaustion, guiding her with ropes, anchors. They face multiple threats simultaneously: falling ice, patrol lights, drones scanning, collapsing snowdrifts. The human's decisions must remain perfect. Every miscalculation could bury them permanently. A sharp snap above. They duck just as a chunk of ice crashes, scattering snow and rock. The alien's chain rattles against her, creating sharp metallic echoes. She flinches but persists. The alien sees a narrow crevice partially hidden by snow. It is the only route, thin and precarious. The human tests it meticulously. Ice cracks faintly under his weight. He signals forward with precise gestures. Snow shifts beneath her feet. Chains scrape rocks. A gust threatens to shove her back into the grift. She presses her body carefully along the edge, testing every step. He braces her with a rope, countering sudden wind. His fingers bleed, frozen, gripping anchors, adjusting rope tension to keep both safe. Patrol lights glow faintly in the distance. Time runs out. She steps along the ledge. Ice groans above. She slips slightly, but he catches her via tether, stabilizing her in a fraction of a second. Micro beats of danger continue. Falling ice, sudden gusts, shifting snow. Every movement is slow, precise, a dance of survival. Both rely not on force, but calculation, patience, and ingenuity. Final stretch, a sheer drop with only a narrow ledge. Ice above ready to collapse. He tests the last anchors. She nods, understanding the silent plan. One gust sends shards of ice raining. He shields her, taking glancing blows. She steps forward, balancing on the narrow ledge, chains dragging. Snow slides around them. He guides her, rope by rope, step by step through the storm. Every second, danger seems insurmountable, yet logic, precision, and courage carry them. They reach solid ground. Both pant, bodies trembling. No victory cheer, no words, only acknowledgement in a glance. The human's patience, calculation, and courage saved her life. The alien leans against a boulder, frost melting, chains hang loose. She turns, scanning the storm-swept ridge. The human steps back into shadows, scanning on horizons. He nods, briefly, a silent gesture of respect. Footprints in the snow are quickly erased by gusts. A patrol arrives to find nothing. Only disturbed snow marks their passage. Rumor spreads of a blue-skinned woman surviving impossible odds. Neither belongs to a side, faction, or nation. Their story is whispered in the wind.